it's all very overwhelming, but it's not, none of it's shocking. Some of it is surprising, but none of it is shocking, especially the more you think about it. But it is all very overwhelming. But it's like, the Nazis were making skin furniture, right? And the Nazis learned what they did worst from us. And, I learned about the Nazis making skin furniture when I was a teenager, probably, and learned about the fact that they got that kind of thing from us much later, because the propaganda here is really, really strong. So all of this that's been going on, very overwhelming, but not surprising, especially the more you think about it. Of course they're cannibalizing. Of course they're degrading and raping and torturing. This is what they do. This is how you consolidate this much power. This is how you maintain this much power. This is how you function and exist while holding this much power. And it's been true. It's been true, and it just takes different forms. I'm watching Downton Abbey right now, and like the behind the scenes is really interesting because they're not talking about literal cannibalism, but they will do whatever it takes to maintain their status and power. And if that means destroying other people's lives who they deem lower than them in the hierarchy, they barely blink about it. Or maybe they blink about it, but they do it. They commit to it. And I'm not talking about in Downton Abbey specifically. I'm talking about like anecdotes from behind the scenes of Downton Abbey that these people are based on. These people with so much power and the belief that they have a birthright to it. The belief that they have a birthright to it, to the point that if they skew from the moral expectation, they still feel they have a right to what they've been told they have a right to. Like, even if they don't live up to that expectation, they still manufacture and maneuver things to make it seem like they have a right. The people in power are tremendously hedonistic, right? And they're doing all of these things while telling you to restrict yourself from doing anything. I just keep thinking about the pro-abortion, anti-abortion nightmare that the United States has been for so long. Meanwhile, they're eating and raping babies, and they have been since slave times. Most people just care now because it's white babies. And I understand that it's surprising to find out that it's still going on at mass scale now. But the more I think about it, the less surprising it is. Everything adds up. Their propaganda is just really, really good. They make you think that they are moral guideposts. That if you follow the rules they lay out, that they're not even following, you will somehow get to where they are. Meanwhile, the rules that they are laying out that they're not even following are merely meant to control you. Why do they care if you don't get abortions? Because they need more children. They need more children. And it's not for the sake of having a child, raising it and rearing it and loving it. That's not why. So why are you so anti-abortion if this is just a massive manipulation on their part? What are you analyzing about what you think about the world and what you believe and what you have fought for? Are you reconciling that? Are you processing any of that? Are you still anti-abortion? Are you still pro-foster care and adoption? Are you still pro-Democrat? Are you still pro-capitalism? Are you still shocked? If you're shocked, I feel like you haven't paid attention. I don't know much, but I know enough to not be shocked. It's overwhelming, but I'm like, okay, yeah. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense. They rape and plunder and torture. They do not care what happens to people less than them. They cannibalize people constantly, whether they're actually eating human flesh or not. This is how you consolidate this kind of power and maintain it. This is the kind of person that is drawn to that kind of power. And that is what you have to do to get there and be there and stay there. And they are human beings. It's important to remember they're human beings. It's hard to understand their motivations, but dehumanizing them is just doing what they do to us. And it's unproductive. Because at the end of the day, punishment is not going to get us out of this. Perpetuating more punishment is not going to get us out of this. And no matter how tempting it is, I don't think calling people evil is going to get us out of this either. Because that's just more moral grandstanding. That is really just making another hierarchy. I am better than you because I don't do what you do. I'm on a journey to that. I don't really know how to reconcile that. Personally and emotionally, it's hard not to feel that way. But these are human beings who have been led to this place, who have gone to this place. What's the difference? What's the difference? What leads a human being to that? And a big part of it is the normalization of it in society. children don't have rights. Misogyny, transphobia, ableism, racism, they're all normalized, they're all memeified, they're all joked about. People accept capitalism as the norm, even though it literally kills people. And they fight for it. They abuse people for not conforming to the capitalist idea without processing or analyzing, oh, maybe this shouldn't be the way things are. If these are the people in charge and this is the way they want things to be, and this is what they are doing because this is the way things are, is this a good way for things to be? And are you still fighting for the way things are to stay the way that they are? This video isn't really focused because it's hard to focus right now. There's so much going on. And like I said at the beginning, it's all very overwhelming. But let me know what you think. I'm not enough of an expert on any of these things, but I have a lot of thoughts. And I'm just kind of annoyed by how shocked everyone is without taking a step back and being like, okay, well, maybe I'm actually not that shocked. Because if I paid attention at all, if I did some critical thinking at all, maybe I'm not shocked at all.